And now we go outside where the weather a factor today. Big time wind chill down in the low single digits for Buffalo at the Cincinnati Bengals. And very early, the tricky Bills, Bledsoe, McGahee, flea flicker, Lee Evans. He looks like a touchdown, but he ruled outside at the 5-yard line. And so Bledsoe says, okay, let me go to the rookie and let him get the touchdown after all. Game is tied at 7, late first quarter. Now, the Bills scored on offense. Now, Bills specialty. Boom! Jason Peters with the block, the recovery, and the touchdown.
It's a triple play. It's a triple play for any lineman.
The Bills special teams, maligned a few years ago, now may be the best in the game. John Kitna starting for the injured Carson Palmer, picked off by the Bengal for 7 years. Takeo Spikes could go all the way. So now we got offense. We got special teams and defense scoring.
Yeah, and watch how Spikes created this play. He's covering Rudy Johnson. He knocks Rudy down as the ball is coming, and he is off to the races. Former Bengal, this must feel pretty good for Takeo.
Absolutely. Last week, Corey Dillon. This week, Takeo Spikes. Now, late second quarter, scary moment for the Bills. You caught a glimpse of it a moment ago. Swing pass to Willis McGahee, and he just turns right there. Now, that is the repaired knee. Twisted left knee. He did come back later, but then was kept out of the rest of the game as a precaution. So hopefully, you know, anything McGahee knee, you're figuring, uh-oh, but preliminary reports, not so bad. Meanwhile, the Bills are pretty darn good. 27-10 third quarter. Even when Cincinnati had Rudy Johnson going, Nate Clements strips it. Guess who's there?
Takeo Spikes.
Takeo Spikes and the Buffalo Bills, who scored 37 or more in their previous 4 games, all win. Now 33-17. The Bills were 0-4. They're now 8-6. And a rough game for Kitna. 2 picks, the fumble, the 3 sacks, and for Cincinnati, 14 straight years now. This assures that they will be without a winning season.
Yeah.
Tying for the second longest streak ever. Only the Saints, the first 20 years of their existence, longer. Inside the numbers, Buffalo, this is what they've done in just the 5 games that they've won. 2 defensive touchdowns, 3 special team touchdowns, and as good as that K-gun offense, Jim Kelly and the guys, 187 points in a 5-game span. It's the most they have ever had. Should I say it? Can I say it?
Yes, do.
No one circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills in December right now. Wow.
And they're circling the wagons in a lot of different ways, and I think that's what those numbers tend to indicate. And you saw a great example of it today. This is a team on the move. They do a lot of things offensively, defensively, and in the special teams area that make them successful. Drew Bledsoe getting very comfortable now with the complement of a good running game. He gets the time to sit back, scan the field, and throw the football. That touchdown to Lee Evans. Here, Jason Peters coming on the punt rush. They take pride in rushing the punt. He actually only gets within 4 yards of the punter, is able to get a hand up in exactly the right spot for the triple play. He recovered that for a touchdown. And then Takeo Spikes, you saw it in the highlight package. Great job, great hands, great athleticism. And that's what I think this team really has. A group of outstanding athletes. They're starting to play for each other and play together. And I think when you have that, you're going to be successful ultimately. And I think this team, one of those teams that next year, we're going to be talking about this team and where they're going in the playoffs, not whether they're going to get there.
Now, they have a shot even
That's
the
right.
AFC.
That's right.
Completely different than the NFC. They're at San Francisco in the one-time Schwam Bowl, although San Francisco is not quite what they were. That's to make the understatement. And then Buffalo hosts Pittsburgh.
That's going to be a heck of a game.
It's going to be a very, very good game, and maybe with playoff implications for the Bills as well as for the Steelers. Meanwhile, game without playoff implications.